Hello again with bile acids. We said many about bile acids actually, but let's see the first role of bile acids. Actually, about the nature, they are amphipathic molecules because of the presence of both polar and non-polar regions. And the first role of bile acids is emulsification of fat food. They help the action of pancreatic lipase, which uses also action of one more cholelithiasis, which binds to lipase in the ratio 1:1 and ensures anchoring of lipase to the surface. And let's see what is this emulsification. Emulsification, students, means the breakdown of one very big drop to become small droplets. This is the emulsification. Why we need it? Because in the fat globule there are many fats. Especially the main fat is TAG, triacylglycerol. The main enzyme that we need right now is pancreatic lipase. But to start the process of the enzymatic reaction, means that we need to have close contact between enzyme and substrate. Close contact. Enzyme and substrate. Enzyme pancreatic lipase, substrate TAG to form enzyme substrate complex. But if there is very big drop, there are many molecules of TAG without possibility to be in contact with the enzyme. That's why we need to be degraded in small particles called emulsion, thanks to bile acids. And bile acids are located on the surface of all these drops and no fusion anymore between them. Increase the surface will be in the end. When we're talking about the short chain triglycerides, these are with fatty acids up to 12 carbon atoms. They are rapidly hydrolyzed by lingua and pancreatic lipase, do not require bile acids for digestion, which means if there is surgical operation and removing of gallbladder, is it possible to live normal life? Actually, yes, but we need to have specific diet with either short chain triglycerides which don't require bile acid presence, or maybe with some small quantity of fat food with long periods of starvation without fat food. And coconut oil is a source of second type of tags with medium chain triglycerides or medium chain fatty acids. Actually, these are fatty acids with 8 and 10 number of carbon atoms. This oil is very useful actually because of the high thermal stability during the frying and baking, and with good digestibility and energy effect, and easy to be digested because it's very beneficial for gastrointestinal disorders. Let's see the synthesis of bile acids. They start from cholesterol. This is the substrate, cholesterol. After that, students, there is reaction of hydroxylation with hydroxyl group on the 7th position. The product name 7-alpha hydroxycholesterol. Enzyme 7-alpha hydroxylase. This hydroxylase reaction and this one require, do you remember what I said in the previous lecture? All hydroxylation reactions require one specific mechanism for the hydroxylation called short electron transport chain with cytochrome P450 and NADPH as the donor of hydrogen atoms. Don't forget that. And in the first reaction, we have again 27 carbon atoms, like in the cholesterol. But after that, in the next reaction, 12-alpha hydroxylase reaction, there is removing of one 3-carbon atom compound called propional coenzyme A. Propional coenzyme A, students, you know from which which process? How do you know? When we talked about propional coenzyme A, do you remember? Actually, 2 times we talked about that. This is the 3rd time. Propional coenzyme A is produced from the beta oxidation of fatty acid with odd number of carbon atoms. Do you remember that? Propional coenzyme A, methylmalonyl, succinyl. This is the scheme from fatty acid with odd number of carbon atoms. This was the first. And the second one, we talked about this compound because this is one of the precursors for gluconeogenesis. Do you remember propionate? This is the same compound but without activation with the form of propional coenzyme A. And after that, after this action, now we have only 24 carbon atoms bioacids. They have 24 carbon atoms. And the first ones are called cholic, with hydroxyl groups on the positions number 3, 7 and 12. And chenodesoxycholic, with hydroxyl groups on the positions 3 and 7 only. After that, they could be conjugated with taurine or glycine. If there is conjugation with taurine, the cholic acid will become taurocholic. This one, taurocanodesoxycholic. If there is conjugation with glycine, the cholic will become glycocholic. This one will become glycocanodesoxycholic. All these bioacids are called primary. They are formated in the liver, in the hepatocytes. After that, they go to the gallbladder to be saved in the structure of bile, together with cholesterol, phospholipids, bile pigments, and after that, they are secreted into the small intestine lumen. After the secretion, they undergo deconjugation and 7-alpha dehydroxylation to become deoxycholic from cholic and lithocholic from chenodesoxycholic. The hydroxyl group on the position 7 is removed. After that, after this conjugation and secretion and formation of secondary bioacids, there are 2 options for the bioacid. The first option is to go to the ileum. Maybe 5% of bioacid continues, and they go to the ileum, and after that they are eliminated thanks to the feces, which means elimination of cholesterol. Why? Because in the structure of bioacid there is cholesterol, that's why. And almost 95% of bioacids are reabsorbed back to the liver. This is called enterohepatic circulation of bile acids. And they can be used again and again. Here maybe 6-7 times they can be reused. Actually, students, the physiological role of bile acids is that they are secreted not occasionally, but absolutely by hormonal control, thanks to a hormone called cholecystokinin. This hormone is secreted and leads to contraction of gallbladder and releasing of bile acids. We need this hormone, stimulates this contraction. Bile acids are actively reabsorbed in the ileum via sodium-dependent mechanism. They inhibit the sodium absorption in the colon, which means if the ileum is damaged or resected, bile acids reach the colon. After that, loss of sodium and water will be, and diarrhea will be in the end. This is the clinical aspect. And hydroxylated fatty acids have a similar effect. They can inhibit the salt and water absorption. What is this bile? As I said before, For the bile, we need many compounds. The composition is bile acid, bile pigment, cholesterol, phosphatidylcholine is one of the phospholipids, or lecithin, and electrolytes. And the first function is, as we said, emulsification of lipids. One more, this is the excretion or elimination of bilirubin, steroids, together with cholesterol, also drugs and different toxins. And the capacity is approximately 50-60 milliliters. And we need, as I said, cholecystokinin for the secretion of this gallbladder. But what will happen if we stop enterohepatic circulation of bile acids? This mechanism is used actually many times to reduce the cholesterol level in the body. Why? Because if we stop, this is the gallbladder, this is the secretion of bile acids, they go to the colon, to the ileum. After that, reabsorption back to the liver. This is called enterohepatic circulation. If this circulation could be stopped thanks to different drugs, no return back to the liver of secondary bile acids, which means they cannot go back to the gallbladder. But for the proper actually there is no actually the cholesterol is not soluble in water, we know that, but there is some dissolution of cholesterol thanks to proper ratio between cholesterol, phospholipids and bile acids, proper ratio. If there is not intact ratio between all of them, for example, no bile acids because of the inhibition of enterohepatic circulation, but very high cholesterol, there will be the mechanism of precipitation of cholesterol in the gallbladder, and cholelithiasis or gallstones will be formed as adverse effects of this mechanism to reduce the cholesterol level in the blood. That's why we need to know, and we need to count the risk. If the risk is very high because of the high cholesterol level, okay, you can use such of these drugs. The main causes is imbalance between cholesterol, phospholipids and bile acids. And other cause is to reduce bile acid concentration in the bile or to increase the cholesterol secretion under the influence of fibrates. These are other drugs that can be used, and after that, imbalance of the ratio between all these ingredients in the gallbladder. And there are different treatments and prevention. One of them about non-surgical patients is oral chenodesoxycholic acid. Oral. Why? To increase the content of bile acid in the gallbladder, to start the dissolution of cholesterol, that's why. And this restores the bile acid level, gradually dissolves gallstones. Prevention and cholesterol reduction, soluble fibers or bile acid sequestrants like cholestyramine and cholesterol from HDL that can be used by the liver. This is used to prevent atherosclerosis and cardiovascular diseases. Here, students, there are different mechanisms to reduce the cholesterol level, except these ones with resins. Ezetimibe is used to stop the resorption of cholesterol from the lumen, intestinal lumen, to the enterocyte in the apical surface. This transporter that I said in the previous lecture, which is called Niemann-Pick-like cholesterol transporter number 1. This transporter can be inhibited by this drug. And to summarize the role of bile acid. Number 1, emulsification of lipids. fat food. Number 2, inhibitor of HMG coenzyme reductase, of de novo synthesis of cholesterol. And number 3, elimination of cholesterol in the body, out of the body. They are key regulators of lipid homeostasis and protect against cholesterol accumulation and atherosclerosis. And that's all, students, from today. Thank you.